back. Sorry about that. Let's see what they're doing here in the pistol runs. Again, Stratego keeps getting control. You can see one is pushed down in the waters.
Nice flash. Isolates Jassy though. And he is traded out by Trick, and Predator gets one as well. So this is tough. They need a kill, and there the kill comes from Nexi, but traded out. But so is Jax, and so is Predator, and all of a sudden it is all on MST in a 1v2 situation, and he's fighting them both. And they had a good read there, and that is a really important round for Phoenix.
Good interest there from Phoenix as well. Even though Stratego was quickly trading out 2 for 1, Phoenix still came up winning at that battle in the end.
For sure, for sure. And really big round there. And let's see how the buy is. Yeah, no armor purchased from Team Stratego, so they are going to take this into an eco and buy on the next round. And it's going to be Super McClone in a position to connect to get the most damage early on. Nexi does get one towards the B side, but Super McClone is completely dominated by 3 players in Harlan. They have picked up his Mac 10 in addition to the 2 CZs that they've had already. And Froggy taken down by Trick as well. And that's going to give Froggy's gun into the hands of Team Stratego as well. MST coming down through lower. He's going to see what he can find. Jumps out towards Graffiti. Manages to clear it for his team. Doesn't notice anything, but 7 is there. He certainly noticed him. He manages to pick that kill up. And all the CTs go down. They did manage to get some good damage there early on. So not a completely lost round, but only 2 Mac 10s saved for them. Only 2 Mac 10s lost for Phoenix, I should say, so their buy should not be too bad going into this round. And it is a full rifle buy, so no scouts on Team Stratego, and a couple Macs and 3 AKs for the T. So actually pretty balanced inventories here. Looks like they're going to take the short control as T's, but the CTs have the same idea. A good smoke coming in, giving him some cover, and he does manage to peek Nexi, but peek Memory, but Nexi is there to trade. And I think that trade works in favor of the situation. And another kill from Froggy, a monster, and another kill from Froggy, as well as 7. And all of a sudden, it's a 4v1 situation, and it's all on Predator. I don't think he's gonna get so frisky here. I think he's just gonna fall back, try and keep that M4, and live to fight another day.
Yeah, it looks like he's already going for a save, which is his best option here. So.
Are they gonna hunt though? Looks like they are deciding to hunt a little bit, clearing these close angles on Monster. A flash comes through and gives 7 some room. Predator here is lurking and waiting, gets the first 7, but he's traded out by Super McClone, and that was a very important last kill as well. They only lost 1 of the Macs, and they managed to keep all of their AKs alive, and now we'll for sure see a save out of the CTs. And 12-7, Phoenix now on the final straight here.
Pressure buying quite a lot here though. I mean, 1600 of what he's getting. He's gonna deal a smoke and Kevlar. Looks like they're gonna push mid as well here. But look at that, most T's are moving up better as well.
Take it out, he's actually memory. But 7 clears up 2, and 7 remains alive. Oof, MST almost catching that shot through the smoke. I wonder if they're gonna go for these guns. They took down 2 guns. They managed to save 1 on CJax. But MST deciding that he prefers the Deagle and he's not really gonna go after that AK. Wonder if he changes his mind. No, he's gonna commit to this and see what damage he can get done. CJax I expect to save, but looks like MST. He might just be going for exits actually. We'll see. He does know that at least 1 player is low health and will have to move quite far from the bomb. And that is going to be 7, and it looks like 7 will have to play in through Monster on his exit. I'm not sure he will survive. With that bomb plant, he might survive deep in short, but I don't think he will go through connector here. It's possible. But deciding to pull back towards CT. That's pretty smart, but
Yeah,
CJax is here. He hears him now. Takes him down. But now that decision for MST to not hunt down that AK does come back to bite them a little bit. Would have been nice to have saved at least one more rifle going into this round, but the rifle they do have is important, and then that allows CJax to drop, and 2 AWPs. A double orb setup here from Stratego. One going towards middle, one going towards the B side. This is going to be a huge round in deciding who's going to win this game. If they can't win with their double orb setup, then I'm not sure what they can win with. A nice flash from the T's coming through, pushing him off of this setup, and Predator's going to get completely sandwiched here. He's playing close to the smoke. Well, any one of these connector players can push up after this molly and try and deal with him, but he has found a good position in and around this smoke to try and cause some damage. But he has no connector control. I'm so surprised he's playing so passive towards connector. No one watching connector. And now finally, Predator turns right at the right time to get a nice timing on memory. I felt like they thought that they cleared that, but they didn't. And although Predator goes down, he manages to do significant damage as well to Super McClone. So that was definitely in his favor there to do 194 damage total. MST as well, one of those AWPs showing up here, getting a big kill on 7. And although he's going to fall back, that leaves a 4-3 situation. Froggy, though, knows about it. Oh, MST missed. I bet he finally lands. But it's not enough. That gave enough time for Nexi to come in and trade him out. And although it's a 2v3. Yeah, it's well.
And there's no smoke on stairs, so it's going to be a hard take. Stairs come in, though. CJax is
Yes, CJax showing why he's the player to watch out for, and that double orb setup certainly worked for the CTs. I wonder if they decide to go for it again, and they do instantly. And AWP is bought from MST. That must have been saved. Yeah, that must have been saved. So they managed to extradite both of their AWPs there, and a full buy from the T's. So this is another really crucial round. Looks like they have 4 guys designated towards the B sides, and just Super McClone playing a bit, running straight through the molly is CJax, and his teammate. They took like 160 damage from those mollies there, completely unnecessary in my opinion. And now both of these players on B short are low, and the B side is completely open.
But no one is going to the short smoke. One of those cities will do much damage.
Super McCloud had a really nice read though, and he was able to shut this down. I do not agree with that molly play at all. I feel like it was a very poor decision for them to decide to rush straight through that molly. And CJax will die to the bomb in his current location, so at some point he needs to start making a move. Just hearing so many steps around him that he doesn't want to peek just yet. If he could have ninja'd. He honestly could have ninja'd, holy shit. You hate to see that. CJax could have had the ninja 100% there. He manages to take out Froggy and sneak away with an AK.
I mean, I don't know why Froggy has stopped and stayed while the rest went ahead. Maybe stay together if you can exit like that.
Yeah, in another universe though, he picked up a ninja, and that could have been absolutely massive and devastating to Phoenix's morale. But at 13-8, they got to be feeling pretty good about themselves. This is now a force coming through from the CTs instead of the T's. So
memory running right through the wall of waters, taking 50 damage. I think he's also spotted the boost and just.
He gets a big kill, and yeah, he seems to know about this player under the boost, getting a little bit of damage back to the wall. I like to see them rotate out of the setup though. They are all here, all 5 members of the T's on B short.
Yeah, again, they don't really take control. They are playing very close together, and in some aspect that is good, but against the team, it feels like you need to start getting that map, get them going, have them rotate out of control.
Jassy getting flashed and then just completely stopping. He was like, I think he was very angry at his teammate perhaps for that team flash, and he just decided that he was dead no matter what, but he really wasn't. Like, he had time to fall back there and get out of that setup, but now it's 14-8, and we see 12 of the last 14 rounds going in favor of Gods and Scots from Phoenix. Exactly what they needed to come back here.
I feel like they skipped out on the format before the game and then just started to come into play, you know. Took some rounds to then dig deep and do the dirty work. Look at
Yeah.
this. Stratego is stacking a lot of people on
It's a
B side.
fake,
Don't
though.
want-
Couple nice fake smokes, and Froggy takes out the only player not dedicated towards the B side now, but they don't have a fantastic read, and it's gonna give. Look at the time that they are giving for these two players to rotate back in. So slow, still just shifting up long. I understand that they don't have great information that it was a fake on B, but like they are so slow in taking control of this map. They are giving the CTs free reign to move around and try and gain some of that control back.
Yeah, I mean, it would really hard to me if Stratego has done as he had in previous rounds, just push monster and there's no one there and come behind them. So
Cool. Predator is pushed up though, and Seven is on the boost. And if he decides to jump or make any sort of noise at
you can
all,
see his head.
Predator sees his
Predator.
head. Whoa! Oh, a
But
nice
Seven
shot from
sees him
Seven.
as well.
A nice shot from Seven, but that absolutely should have been Predator's kill there. Super clone shutting down Trick. Now it is just MST. Ramas
Yes,
does manage to
one
get
at
the
least.
first, and that gives him an AK as well. No kit though. I think he's outstaying his welcome already. He needs to turn and go straight away. But he seems to believe.
Nice Archer Seven.
Stepping up with the AWP at the right time, but we got to look back to Predator in that round. He was in such a nice position. He heard the jump up. He sees the head for a clear second and a half, and can't manage to land that kill. That's really going to haunt him in his dreams tonight. But 7 match points coming through from Phoenix. This is exactly what we needed to see from them. Some really rough games in the last couple of weeks, and this should be exactly what they need to try and regain some. Rick though,
Almost getting too completely blind, and he also.
Predator in a good spot. Gets 3! Absolutely huge from Predator. And Jassie's behind Super McClone, and that's all she wrote.
Ah, that's sneaky.
Very
Jesse
nice
for you.
comeback.
You never know who he is. He's always behind you.
Always behind you. Very, very nice play from Predator. Making up a little bit for his mistakes in the last round and really giving his team a chance. This is going to be... They're going to have this round, and they're going to have another bye, and then they will be forced to eco. So if the CTs could win this round, get back to their double orb setup, and try and gain some control, this is not over yet. Lots of util being traded on middle early on in this one.
I see that Phoenix has a lot of great smokes, but their flashing doesn't really seems to be on point today. Again, they keep throwing them out on the map, they keep throwing them too high.
Nice shot from memory. Predator again in a good position. He's working his way into very nice spots, but not having as much impact from those spots as we need from him. Huge damage being traded through connector. And Trick is... Oh, they're going to go into a boost though. Jassy going to be holding the connector push, but as it turns out, it's going to be all on MST and Jax to stop the full might of the T-Forces. He does have an AWP though, so he does have the correct weapon in this spot to do as much damage as possible. And he gets the first. Bit of a loose keep there from Super McClone, and he gets the second. I'd love to see them pushing behind their utility instead of just in front of it, and MST is punishing them. Gets the fourth! Is this going to be an ace from our man MST? It is all on 7 now.
Woo! Ace from MST, very clean as well. Like I said, the Phoenix did the mistake of going 1 by 1, but I mean, if MST is gonna hit all his shots, there's not much they can do anyways.
Yeah, I mean, they need to be in a position to trade each other. The real problem was that Super McClone and I'm not sure who else it was, but 2 picks coming in early before the nades are down, and before the take fully comes in, and that means that MST only has to deal with 3. And yeah, I think if you're going to do this 5-man exec like that, you've got to make sure that you stay behind your utility and stay in front of him. But I mean, MST had to hit the shots exactly like you say, and he did manage to punish them. Now 1 kill coming through from memory, but 3 traded out from the CTs, and they did force going. No, they didn't. They still have enough money to buy next round, so Just a Mac and a couple Deeks purchased. Not a huge investment from the T's, so not a massive round to lose for them. But you know, the 7 match points have turned now into perhaps 4 match points, and
And
it always gets a
you
bit
never know.
shaky. Yeah, it always gets a bit shaky in these situations.
One thing I would like to see after the game is the stats for how long Jesse has actually been in Monster on both T and CT side.
Yeah, he's just the monster. That's what he does.
What do you say? It's the king of the hill. It's Jesse's reign. He owns this place.
Yeah, can you guess what his favorite type of energy drink is?
Uh, I would say Red Bull. Yes.
Yeah, I think Red Bull as well.
Who went with the
MST
T?
gets the first but misses the second. But Froggy, only with a Deagle and a Mac 10. That's all he really has. So not huge opportunities for him to win this round. But strange things have happened. Ooh, turns and Predator almost punished for some loose shots, but not quite enough. And here the pause comes in. This is good. Let's hope the Phoenix can talk it out, work out what some of their issues are, get a really nice and clean execute to take them over the finish line.
I mean, they are so close, but yet so far. As we have seen, I think was it the Stratego team that has been taking teams to overtime again and again and winning in the end.
No, I don't think that was Stratego. Stratego haven't won a single game in regulation. All the games they've won have been through forfeit wins. So Phoenix, however, have had 2 tough losses, I believe, in overtime so far in this season. So they are a little bit more used to going to OT. But we don't want to see it get that far, and I definitely think that they don't either. They have a full buy, all their AKs, all the nades that they could want. So this is going to be a big round for them to execute.
Yeah, but I mean,
Just
he
try
came here to fight War, and War is what they are fighting. Ooh, and he licks up DNF.
Yeah, but he outstayed his welcome, and a nice flash from Froggy, catching him and losing that AWP on MST, who's been for sure their most influential player.
Gets Froggy out of.
What was it? 3-man push-up connected there. I like this adjustment a lot, and big damage traded through from CJax as well. Did see the guy go into bank, so he's gonna hold for him. A nice nade from Trick. They're gonna take it down heaven to B though, but CJax behind the rotations, he played that perfectly. CJax, really nice positioning, and that's gonna pull 7 back. He has to respect this flank. They have 2 guys coming through con and 2 guys coming through A side, so they're gonna have the perfect split setup to deal with Memory and 7. But these were 2 of the star players. These were the guys we were looking at before this game, and they've won before. So if anybody can do it, it's them, but not quite. Jesse again getting a pick from Monster.
Again, when you don't know where Jess is, look at the stars. Oh, I mean, look at Monster.
Yep, look at Monster. And I love that 3-man push-up connector. That was actually very, very useful, very viable strategy. They know that they haven't been playing so heavily through B, so they go 3 guys up con and they split fast behind this A. And the idea to go heaven was not a bad one at all. They saw these guys in con. They knew that the rotation was in their favor, but it was all on CJax to play around that rotation intelligently, and he did exactly that.
Yeah, but I mean, it could also punish them so much in the end if Phoenix would go for more control strategy. Like, they have had all 5 going together. They don't have anyone looking over now. They don't have anyone. Connector getting the pick on Predator.
Oh, you're completely right. The T side from Phoenix has not really taken control of the map, and the T side from Stratego did. So, although the T side has been reasonably effective from Phoenix so far, I feel like Stratego played it in a lot more traditional manner, and I think that Phoenix are just fundamentally a little bit stronger individually, and that's why we're seeing this this game go in the way that it has. But I actually liked a lot of the Smoke XX and the ways that Stratego were taking control of the map on their T side. I think Phoenix could learn a lot from that style.
Would you say that Jesse is a little bit out of position here, not staring at Monster?
I mean, certainly he feels worried, and he's like, wow, I'm not in Monster, I don't know what I'm doing anymore, I don't know how to play when I'm not in Monster, but we'll see him gravitate back towards Monster soon enough, I'm sure.
Yeah, here we go. There we go. Now we're back on track. Now Jesse has Monster control again.
Yep, he knows. Stick around up to the end of this. Ooh, nice kill from Trick. because we will have an interview from after the game from some of the Phoenix boys to let you know their thoughts. Nice kill again from Trick. That's a 4v3 situation. Now Froggy, though, takes it to a 3v3, and they do have a complete match with Trick. And Froggy again! Another really important kill. And now Cjax and Jasty, the only two guys left alive, and Cjax only really in. And now it's all on Cjax. And he's
Froggy
taken
wins.
down!
And Phoenix
And
wins. Great game from Phoenix. Coming back from 6-2 to a winning result. It's what can you say? It's a good game they played.
yeah, excellent game that they played indeed. So we will be back in just under in about 2 minutes with an interview. It's going to be with Super McClone, the coach and stand-in player for this game. So Keen will throw it to a be right back, and we will be and hopefully play some music. And we will be back in just a couple minutes with an interview with Super McClone before we finish this one off.
All right, let's take a 5 to 10 minute breather and see when they're ready.
Much less, 2 minutes. Okay, I think Super McClone is ready. So, gonna drag him in here, and we'll try and get an interview with him and see some of his thoughts on that game. Loving the smooth jazz key, and I'll drag him down now, and let's see what he thought about that one. Does he not have permissions to speak in the? I think he does.
Nope.
Hello, Super McClone. Can you hear
Put on
us?
push to talk. Yep, I can hear you.
Awesome. Well done. Keen, is the stream back up? Can they hear and see us?
They can't see us, but we are here.
Okay, all they need to do is hear us. So, congratulations on that game. Obviously, a little bit weird for you to be standing in. Obviously, a last-minute problem there, stopping Centaurus from joining. But how did that game go for you? How did you feel about that one? It was getting a bit tense on that CT side.
Yeah, individually it was kind of stressful. I think the main concern to me was we started a bit slow on the T half. I looked at the scoreboard and I was top on the scoreboard, so that was a bit concerning to me. But again, I think we just stabilized on our CT side. After a while, we took some timeouts and we talked a bit and we figured out what we wanted to do, and it gave us the rounds we needed.
Yeah, for sure. So, what things were you talking about in that timeout? Then, in those timeouts you were taking, what was really, do you think, the main thing that allowed you to reset and come back into this one and show such a strong showing towards the end of that CT side?
Well, I think we just talked about trying to keep calm because we had a bit higher expectations of ourselves and lower expectations of the enemy team when we came into the match. So I think we underestimated them a little bit, and I think maybe we had some people who maybe took that in a bad way, like oh, they're playing so much better than they should be or something like that. So I think there was a bit of a lack of focus in the beginning. So we just talked about that. We just need to calm down. We need to focus up. We need to use our communication, and yeah, we just hyped each other up. We did the plays we needed to make, like going for kills when it was gonna work, and yeah, I think that's what we needed.
Awesome. Keen, anything you want to ask?
How concerned were you after the early rounds? After always because we had a sort of a meme seeing that Jesse was on both T and CT side. He was only looking at Monster. Monster is the only thing he ever saw in this entire game. Were you any concerns about him pushing behind you in Monster? Because he did that sometimes on T side and also sometimes on CT side. Like, what was your response to that?
Yeah, so the problem was, yeah, we did kind of get shot in the back a lot of the time, and I wasn't really aware because well, a lot of the time I was just kind of in the middle of the pack running through like smokes or flashes or something, so I didn't really catch it. But I think that we just started to realize that they're going for plays that we normally wouldn't expect because it was very hard for us to read. Like when they're going to push behind us, what positions they're playing, all this kind of stuff. So we just had our awareness go up. I think I think it just came down to focus really, and that's how we were able to stabilize and not really make the flanks from them be such a huge factor.
Okay, great. So, thank you for coming and doing the interview. Is there anything you want to shout out? And do you want to let us, everybody, know when your next game is taking place? Of course, we'll be able to catch that in the same place on this stream.
Yeah, sure. Well, I want to shout out you guys for streaming the game. That's always nice to have a way to watch the game afterwards, see what thoughts are going around, and yeah, I think it was just well played from us. I think it was a bit shaky, as I said, but I think we stabilized in the end, and we showed at least a little bit of what we're capable of. So I think let me see. Our next game is scheduled for the 23rd, so in 5 days.
In 5 days. So that
Yep.
is Saturday the 23rd at
Yep.
7:30 at 8:30 p.m. CEST. That'll be the next stream for Phoenix. I think Griffin might have a game tomorrow, so you might get a nice you might get 3 streams this week for all of our ESEA games, so that would be really nice if we could make that happen. Make sure you catch up with Phoenix on Saturday to see their next game in the ESE Open as they improve to 2-5.
And
Good
follow the
game.
Twitch.
Hey, my man. Thanks to Nexty, obviously one of the players there who just followed right now. So thanks a lot, Super McClone. We'll just do a little wrap up here, and then we'll be done with this one, and we'll, like you say, we can catch up on Saturday to join for the next one.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Awesome. So thanks everyone for watching. Of course, we had our typical technical issues, being that my internet is complete shit and fell out of a cereal box in 1996. So that's not ideal, but thank God we had Keen and he could come in here and give you guys at least something to watch. So things to watch out for. We have, I think, a show match coming up either this weekend or the next weekend. That's going to be Griffin against Basilisk. So keep your eyes open for that. And then in this ESEA Open, we have a match tomorrow with Griffin. Hopefully, we'll be able to get that one streamed for you guys. And then we have this match coming up on Saturday that I'll definitely be able to do for everyone. So thanks to all of you for watching and for the follows. That's Bear, Nexi, and Centaurus. I see now has followed. Thanks, everyone.